Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back. Glad you're looking. Working on the boot still. My parts for this side still haven't arrived. It's been a couple of weeks, pretty poor by the agent delivering it. But anyway, I do have this piece here, so I will continue to build that corner up, get that fixed. I've prepared the top, drilled it out and welded it and cleaned up again, so that's done. And I need to do those repairs along there. Up the back there, across here, and run the inner wheel arch repair all the way around. So it's not like I've got nothing to do, so I'll just keep on with that. So the problem I'm having, well, not really a problem, but a little setback, is I've got the tank, fuel tank, squared up against the back of the car and it's clamped in position. But because this has been cut, as you can see here, I've got to pull that in to make that line up. So then obviously I've got to bring this across to weld to it. And the problem I'm having then is will it line up where the beaver panel meets on the back. And of course that leaves quite a gap in here, as you can see. But I don't know, maybe it's designed that way. You've got this adjustment, as you can see. So that could still weld on there with plenty of overlap. So I won't weld it until the beaver panel comes, because it may be that the guard has to pull in. So, but at least I've got that element of adjustment. So I could probably go ahead and weld now this panel in place to the underlying part that supports the tank. Righto, just pulled that tank back out. I had it in there so I could line up where this new little bracket goes that I've just made up here. That corner was off. So there he is, he's just tacked, so I'll weld him in now, fix up that edge there, then I can attach it to the new floor piece. So it's coming on. Righto, he's in, welded in, didn't come up too badly, looks neat. So now I can put in that section of floor, tank support along there and weld it all the way along. Get that in, cleaned up, painted, ready to then move on to the next part, which you can't see because it's under the helmet. Well, this piece is in and done at this point. Now I'm just going to paint it before it rusts. That took a whole lot longer than I hoped it would. I can now start that part up there, but it's going to be a tomorrow job, I think. Well, my boot part has finally turned up, so after a few weeks anyway. Looks okay. It looks a bit ordinary. Probably have to do a bit of fixing there. But other than that, yeah. Anyway, I'll go and trial fit it and we'll have a look at that. Well, here it is. It's clamped in position on the back, lined up with the bumper mounts. So that's where that would sit, and it's just off of the plate on the side here from the guard. So I know that's how far back it has to sit, but if we look at it in the position, it seems almost typically a bad fit. You can see the gap. You want to push it down. I'll have to bend that down, and that's been cut a little bit short. So I'll have to cut this out along here, extend it up over here. So it seems to line up okay with the inner mud guard, or the inner wheel arch. But yeah, still going to need some modifications. Look at this, will you? You have to really ask the question. I mean, what you pay for these panels. Can't get that screw out. I don't know if it was welded in there when they did it or what, but yeah, that's great work. Yeah. So at least that came out. I'll weld up that now and make it look a bit nicer. Start working on the other end to make it fit properly. Well, for the guy that asked me in a previous video how well the panels fitted, this is one I got from a different supplier, and that one pretty well went straight in, lines up nicely on the end there, as you can see down here. Yep, and the holes line up. You can see there, no screws not in it. There's a hole there, screws in that one. That's existing. This piece here, the holes are actually back that way, and I can't move it back any further because it hits right here. So I'm going to have to cut this back so I can move it forward, but then it's going to be I think short on this end then. So does it fit well? No, and that end doesn't fit well either. So I guess it looks nice when it's sitting out by itself. So to fix this, you see the holes are nowhere near it. The hole's about there. You can see the weld of it with the old neck one. I'm not going to even try and move this further any forward. I'm just going to mark these, drill them out, put new riv nuts in, and then I'll have to cut it here, extend that section of that little piece of wall there, and cut that piece out there where it's hitting, so I can drop that down properly. That's the only way I'm going to make this fit. Okay, the holes have been re-drilled, threads put on the back, and now that's bolted in there, as you can see. It's lined up with the end perfectly, so that's great. Those ones are in the back there, and these guys are in. So tank's in the right spot. So we just need to now make a little piece to go in there. So that's really all that needs to be done, and then bring all this down and cut it into place, and should be good. So here's what I've done. I've had to move the thread holes, as you can see, right there a bit, and I'll weld this little piece in here now, fill that up, and then that'll now fit in the car. Well, it's back in. That corner is now completed. Now I'm just going to mark it out while it's in position underneath, so I know where to drill the holes to fit onto the chassis rail, and then I'll keep going with fitting that top corner in and getting that out of the way. So what I'm doing here is just fitting in the part of the inner arch that was rusted out. That's just clipped in there right now, coming around the corner to where it meets the rear wheel inner panel, but it also is where it meets the tank support. And if I go around here, we can see that it's short, so I'm going to have to cut one around here, bring that out and fill it. Now some will say that that's because I pushed that out 10 mil, but the problem was it was already hitting at the top. So, and it's now still lined up at the bottom, so I was cutting, shutting somewhere, good a place as any. Well, I think that's about enough for today. After spending 5 hours on the part that I bought that's supposed to fit there, it now fits. I've moved those screw holes, as you can see. I have modified that corner, as you can see, and I've extended that corner back there to fit the actual wheel arch. So there you go, it now fits. What a day.